Hello, hello. It is Kitchen Counter Oracle on this beautiful Thursday morning with a Mercury in retrograde elemental check-in for Earth signs. Fire, I meant to get y'all done yesterday, but going back and listening to it, I'm going to have to redo it and reword some things, because if I post it as it is, I'm going to get my butt shot. And I like breathing. So Earth signs, y'all are going to be up. I'm not really getting like individual signs, so I don't really, this is just like elemental at large. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, because this energy is unanimous throughout the signs. It's all the same thing. It's very feminine. There's no men in this energy whatsoever. So this could be you. This could be somebody else. You never know. This could also, like when I say somebody else, this could be somebody that resonates with the stuff you projected onto them. And my thing is this: no one is in a single person's business like a married person. Nobody is in the dating field like some fucking married people. Because this is, like, when Mercury in retrograde hits, a lot of past energy likes to come up. But the energy I'm getting is people from 2017 to 2019, and then 2020 going into parts of 2021. And it surrounds the workplace. Again, nobody is in a single person's business like a married person. Nobody stresses more about a single person like a married person. I had a woman from a previous employer. It's just, she had no chill around women that worked with her husband. She had zero chill. I don't know the problems in their marriage and stuff like that. I am a firm believer in staying in my lane when it comes to marital issues and stuff like that. But the person the people she actually stressed about the most were actually not the concern. It was the other married colleagues you had to worry about. They were the most flirtatious. Whereas folks like me, we're in our office handling our paperwork with the door shut. So what's the problem? Right? This colleague's wife, if you were married, she would calm down a little bit, but she would just not relax around you until you had a kid with your husband. She just would not calm the fuck down. And if I remember correctly, she was a Capricorn. But my thing is this, like when it comes to Capricorns, they are like one of the signs of karma, if you will. Like, you do one dirty intentionally, it's guaranteed brimstone and hellfire for you at some point. But when you have a Capricorn that is just hella out of line, they're as much out of line as they are out of pocket. I'm going to tell you this here and now. You get to tango with folks like me who are not going to put up with any of your shit. And I mean any of it. This is energy that I've had to deal with at every single job I've ever worked at. But mainly what's coming up heavy this morning is somebody with a Taurus sun. I don't know. I actually have known this to happen. You've got an insecure wife of somebody's colleague, but the wife is insecure as fuck. I don't know if the husband cheated in the past, or if this is husband number 2 and husband 1 was a serial cheater. I don't know. I don't care, because it's not my life. Nothing personal. But my thing is, the only person I can control is me. I can't control anybody else. And my thing is, when you're dealing with someone like me, we are heavy on the word boundaries. is there, and we hardly toe it. We keep a reasonable distance from ever crossing that line. And we don't toe the line unless we have to. But my thing is this. When you let your fears control your life, it's a problem. I don't know what it is about the women and just, I don't want her here. I don't want her trying to steal my man. Baby, nobody wants that man. Like, if he's a chauvinist and stuff like that, believe me when I say, ain't nobody clamoring to get that. Nobody is clamoring and fighting to get that. And on top of that, when you are dealing with somebody who's from a certain status, they are going to have manners and decorum drilled into them from birth. We know how society works. There is no pride in being called a homewrecker. None. So when you're going above and beyond to say someone is a wrecker of your home and there's no tangible evidence to prove otherwise, you as much have egg all over your face as you are crow for breakfast. Somebody here owes somebody a massive apology. A massive apology. Now, if somebody has blocked you on social media, it's going to be what it's going to be. There's a cop pulling a person over right as I'm saying this, and that person's right behind me too. So somebody may have been trying to get somebody in trouble with the law. They may have officially been caught stalking a person, and so on down that line. Because I'm getting Taurus so heavy. Somebody here has a Taurus placement. I mean, the damage is done. And if your damage costs someone their employment, because I got this for Sagittarius on the new moon energy check-in. If you cost a person their employment, if you are not careful, you're going to have to pay for whatever the damages is you caused. Or the damages on your end could easily amount to what you made another person lose. So if somebody had a net income of like $3,000 a month, you're going to have some bills due in that amount for like every month they were unemployed. So if they were unemployed for 3 months and had to cash out an insurance, their part of their retirement and stuff like that, you're going to have some bills due in that amount. Or you may very well have to cut a check to that person for that amount. Because $50,000 has been coming to mind really heavy the last 2, almost 3 months. So I don't know if that's something you owe or something owed to you. All I know is if you owe it, you better find a way to pay it. Or this $50,000 came from somebody paying to stalk. Hey, fire this person, blah, 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 right? Because not only am I getting an insecure wife, somebody's mama. Somebody's mama. She paid PIs. She paid off local law enforcement. She son's employer, and so on down that line. But the funny thing is money is tight herself. Oh yeah, the money she's been paying to folks. Guess what? It was out of her son's trust fund. Whoever this is, the son of this woman is an only child. Or he's the oldest. And you gotta be real careful with the shit you start with some folks. Especially when they're mediums, seers, healers, and so on down that line. There's like this little layer of protection that's over them that just cannot be penetrated. You might get a few licks in, but you're not going to win the war. And I also keep getting something about a disbarred lawyer. So it is what it is. Because if you got a person investigated by the feds and stuff like that, shame on you. If you were the reason a person lost their employment during the time that I listed, shame on you. And karma's a bitch. You should have just left them alone. Because this has been in my energy all day and night long for the last week. If it has nothing to do with you, you don't get to control what people choose to do. You don't get to choose that. You don't get to choose who your kids fall in love with, how they fall in love, who they marry, how many kids. Yeah, right? Just because you are mom does not mean you always know best. And all I know is, ma'am, you out of line. You're trying to hide something. And the more you attack, the more downloads I'm going to get about it, because I've been aware of you energetically for 5 years. And I need you to sit all the way down and learn your place. You're so worried about being found out, yet you're ensuring that you get found out. You sold out your own child so you could live the remainder of your life in the laps of luxury. Out here pimping out your own child. Whether he's an adult, like, you've done your damnedest to make sure that boy was codependent on you as much as possible. Like, this man can barely clean up his own mess. He barely can make a sandwich himself. That's how incompetent he is. But at the same time, Miss Ma'am, you are the reason the money problems exist. And I know you're going to hear this because I can feel you crying. And you know what? Your bullshit is not my problem. You want to go around calling a person like me a selfish bitch. Yet it's you who's selfish, because you're expecting your son to pick what's best for you instead of what makes him happy. So the selfish one in the equation is you. If you truly valued a relationship with your son, you would never do anything to jeopardize it. Like if I found out a parent squandered my inheritance to where I couldn't start a business, buy a house, and so on down that line, believe me when I say charges would be pressed. So instead of calling a person like me selfish for picking my battles more wisely, maybe, just maybe, you might want to stop projecting. Just maybe. Because let me find out it's you that's been paying these Bali trolls. Oh yeah, the flood of bots from Indonesia. Yeah, her and a Leo are responsible for that one, by the way. And with that, everybody have a good day.